Get ready. Disney parks are known for their attention to detail. The Imagineers do an amazing job crafting stories into features throughout all of their theme parks. Every single thing you see in the park has been intentionally placed there. Often these are little winks and nudges to hardcore fans, or just jokes and references to other parts of Disney history. Magic Kingdom is no exception to this rule and is absolutely bursting with these little secrets. We're going to count down our top 10 Easter eggs at Magic Kingdom, and hopefully you can share these with your friends and family on your next visit. Get ready. Number 10. Main Street Railroad Station, Morse Code. When waiting for the Magic Kingdom Railroad at the Main Street Railroad Station, you might just hear a telegraph. This is actually a Morse code message. If you have a particularly trained ear, you might just realise that this is actually reciting Walt Disney's opening day speech from Disneyland in 1955. This is just one example of the Easter eggs found within Main Street USA. Number 9. The Chapeau phone. Inside the Chapeau hat shop on Main Street USA, there's an antique phone. If you pick up the receiver and listen, you'll notice that you're actually being put through to a party line. You'll be able to hear various conversations from the Main Street residents. The phone is quite temperamental, however, and often isn't working. But give it a try the next time that you're visiting the Chapeau. You might be just lucky enough to hear all of the latest gossip.
Who does he think he is, Jesse James?
Number 8. Haunted Mansion Engagement Ring. In a section of the queue line for Haunted Mansion, you may come across what appears to be a ring in cement. There are several stories behind this. The most popular legend is that the bride-to-be threw her engagement ring off the balcony after she murdered her husband. In reality, this was originally a piece of leftover metal from the former gate in the line. When Disney refurbished the line to include interactive elements in 2011, they added a real engagement ring into the cement. The legend lives on, whether it was originally intentional or not. Number 7. The Secret Nautilus. On the grounds of where Under the Sea currently resides, there was another undersea adventure. 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea took guests in a submarine called the Nautilus. When you're in the queue for the Little Mermaid attraction, you might just notice a peculiar looking rock. The rockwork has been specifically designed to resemble that of the Nautilus. This pays tribute to the original attraction that once occupied this area of the park. This is one of the many nods to former Disney attractions made within the Magic Kingdom. Number 6. Liberty Square Poo Path. As you walk through Liberty Square, the middle of the pathway is a different colour than the rest. This is a very distinctive brown colour, not found elsewhere. This is to represent how the real streets of colonial America would have looked. Back then, there was no such thing as indoor plumbing. The brown is supposed to represent a stream of various wastes that would have flown through the streets. Not exactly pleasant. Number 5. Mr. Toad in the Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh. Before we had the Many Adventures of Winnie the Pooh, this area of Fantasyland used to be home to Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. When you enter Isle's house within the ride, you might just notice a framed picture. This picture shows Mr. Toad himself handing over the deeds to the ride to Owl. This is a nice little tribute, showing the history of the attraction for those that might not be aware. Number 4. Lady and the Tramp Prince at Tony's Town Square. Outside of Tony's Town Square restaurant on Main Street USA, you will see markings in the cement. This makes up a love heart, Cupid's arrow, and 2 sets of paw prints. These are supposed to represent Lady and the Tramp. The restaurant is filled with references like this, and it's a must visit if you're a fan of the movie. If you're looking for Easter eggs at Magic Kingdom, this is a great place to start. Number 3. Main Street Windows. When walking down Main Street USA, this particular Easter egg might just go over your head, literally. The windows that make up the upper parts of the buildings on either side of the street are filled with references to Disney legends. Various names from the Disney company are listed, including inscriptions that define parts of their career. The late and former president of the Disney company, Frank Wells, has his own window. The inscription reads, 7 Summits Expeditions, Frank G. Wells, President. For those who want to do it all. Frank was a known mountain climber, and this pays tribute to his more adventurous side. Number 2. Grandma in Haunted Mansion. You might know the grandmother from the Carousel of Progress. The classic Disney attraction is a firm fan favourite. What you might not realise is that the grandmother makes an appearance in another classic Disney attraction. She also features in the ballroom scene in the Haunted Mansion. The animatronic used is an exact replica from the Carousel of Progress character. I'm sure there's plenty of fan legends about that crossover. Number 1. Pirates of the Caribbean chessboard. When you enter the Pirates of the Caribbean queue line, take the option on the right. This will bring you past 2 skeletons engaged in a game of chess. Imagineer Mark Davis originally configured the chess pieces to make the game out to be a stalemate. This means that neither player could move without losing the game. The players themselves are therefore supposed to have remained in that position until they became skeletons. And that's just a quick overview of some of the many Easter eggs found at Magic Kingdom. And now you're ready. This park is absolutely filled with them, so I'm sure we've missed a few. Leave a comment down below with your favourite that we may have missed. And if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to give it a like and hit that subscribe button for some more weekly content.